Howdy howdy again, strangers. Always great to see ya. In this video, my friend Jock has coded Ironman into Minecraft. He created the Hydra Stomper data pack within the Minecraft Origins mod, and if you didn't already know, Hydra Stomper is from Marvel's What If series, and this is a really big deal. I adore this origin so very much. I had such a blast playing with it, even though at times it was a little frustrating. I can say by far this is definitely a masterpiece, and in the second part of this video, I'm going to be taking it for a spin and beating the Ender Dragon with it, so if you want to get a more grounded, realistic experience, please stay tuned for that. And when this video is fully released, by the time you guys are all viewing it, it will be in the Origins Discord in the Datapacks channel. As always, the Origins Discord is linked below, so if you want to download it and play for yourself, you can. And without further ado, let's jump into it. For our first ability, and probably the most exciting, we have Tesseract Blast. The energy produced from the Tesseract is able to shoot out a blast that breaks blocks as well as dealing massive damage. You can blast for only 15 seconds before you must recharge. Next ability is Repulsor Boosts. Basically, you get Iron Man thrusters, obviously, and this allows you to fly extremely fast, a lot faster than a firework. It feels like you really zoom when you're flying with this ability, so pretty useful, but it does have a fairly long cooldown. And of course, you have your armor, which gives you default protection, and you only take 25% damage from TNT. Although technically it's just 25% less damage from explosions in general, because creepers also don't deal nearly as much damage, so yeah. And just like in the intro, you have a passive that destroys all arrows that come your way, so you don't have to worry about them. And while all that may seem amazing, it does come at quite a heavy cost. Firstly, your mech suit is slow. It feels very clunky and you're wide, meaning you get stuck a lot and you're unable to use any armor whatsoever, so that also means no armor enchants either, and you can't use shields. Oh, and I forgot to mention, no projectiles either. This does not include tridents, of course, because they're labeled as melee weapons. If you put loyalty on it, you'll be just fine. Another thing is your oxygen shank. Essentially, being underwater for 45 seconds, you'll start to take 3 times drowning damage, and this actually is kind of a pro because you can last underwater way longer, but like once that meter runs out and those bubbles start to decay, you really want to get to the surface because after 3 ticks, that's it. This also applies to your temperature, but you only have 20 seconds compared to 45 to be on fire or in lava before you take 3 times fire damage. And obviously your suit just doesn't run on magic. You have to either use redstone blocks or beacons to recharge, otherwise you'll get really slow if it gets too low, and when it gets to 0, you'll just straight up explode. So yeah, always have a redstone block in your inventory and you can just stand on it to recharge your suit. So you may be thinking, Zoo-wee mama, this sounds like a breeze to beat the game in since you can pilot a mech that can shoot laser beams from its chest. And yeah, I did too until... Needless to say, I died a few times trying to beat the Ender Dragon on hardcore and had to restart, but I did not give up. Day 1, I took a moment to admire the incredible figura model that B2B, Manuel, as well as Ekohito from the Figura Discord created before immediately blasting off to get to business. Remember, this was the 3rd attempt and I was tryharding now. And then I made a wooden pickaxe and collected 3 blocks of cobblestone before immediately trashing it in exchange for a stone one. With a brand new stone axe, I went lumbering to chop some wood. I despised running out of it, so I made sure to get a lot. And then I took some time to cook the flesh of the helpless mobs that I beamed out of existence before going straight into the caves for some redstone. If I wanted to survive, I needed to have at least one redstone block on me at all times. I ended up finding boatloads of iron instead, but I took the time anyway to mine them up because I figured it would be useful later on. But eventually I did have enough redstone to craft a redstone block, and then I went to look for some desert temples and hope for good loot. I did end up finding one and quickly grabbed some water for the portal I would make later, and then I had to deal with the group of mobs swarming me. I didn't want them following me inside the temple. I ended up waiting until daytime before looting it because I wasn't taking any chances this time around. After checking the chest, I found a golden apple and tons of gold, as well as mending? That's incredibly rare. But you want to know what's rarer than that? The percentage of viewers who aren't subscribed. Shortly afterwards, I speedran a nether portal and then stepped on into the HE to the double hockey sticks. Literally the second I arrived though, a hoglin made the mistake of challenging a sigma male such as myself, so I had to deal with him accordingly. I figured gold would be useful for pickling traded, and so I collected it, and then I cooked the entrails of the poor little sap that challenged me. And then with my newly crafted gold ingots, I stumbled across a fortress slaughtering blazes until I had enough rods, and then I found a bastion which I ransacked for more gold, as well as some ancient debris. I did already enchant my sword with the mending book that I had, as well as a sharpness book that I found in this same bastion, but all that had unfortunately gotten corrupted, which is why my levels are now at level 5 instead of 22. It did hurt my soul to have to turn down that beautiful, beautiful diamond armor, but you can't wear any. After trading with piglins for what felt like years, I finally had more than enough pearls to locate the stronghold and hopefully not die while fighting Jean. No, it did not take me 20 minutes to find the stronghold. I am a Minecraft professional, okay? A Sigma male. I would never. 20 minutes later, I found myself at the stronghold, and then boom, I was back at the end. At this point, I was nervous. Sweating. I had failed 3 times already. I couldn't take another loss without losing my sanity. And so here's how that played out. And so, that was it. That was the end. Technically did beat the game, I just happened to die while doing it. And I'm not sure if that really counts as a win or not, but let me know what you think in the comments below. And just on a final note, if you're still here after watching this far, that probably means you enjoyed it. So if you could just do me a favor and leave a like. I worked really hard on this video, so it would mean a lot. That's about it for me today though. Don't forget to touch some grass, and we'll meet again in the next one. See ya.